talk about punchline people. I'm not putting them on the list because Big L still existed. If you understand what I'm saying, I'm talking about punchline.
Big L don't even got them, bro, to sit next to Wayne.
What?
You know how much music Wayne got?
Hey, whoa.
Yeah.
That's kind of an unfair argument.
Fab. You talking about punches? The amount of records that Wayne got.
No, don't get me wrong.
No, don't do amount of records because Big L.
Crazy?
Don't do amount of records.
No, you want to disrespect the Wayne, dog. You got to get out of here.
Yeah, this Wayne Wednesday. This Weezy Wednesday.
Hold on, time out.
This Weezy Wednesday.
Whoa. If you're talking about Big L within 2 albums of work, and you talk about Lil Wayne, if you talk about Lil Wayne with 2 albums of work, you can't.
2 of his top albums.
Huh?
Give me.
If I took Wayne's 2 top albums and then put Big L's 2 top albums.
That's what I just said. Big L died after 2 albums.
It ain't my fault that somebody only put out 2 albums, bro. He ain't around. He don't got enough. He don't deserve to be in the conversation.
Listen to exactly
I don't have to
what
listen
I said.
because what you talking about is foolery.
Man,
you gotta go with it.
Listen to the statement and then respond. If you take Lil Wayne when he's
don't mix Big L in the same breath with Lil Wayne.
And you compare it to Big L's first 2 albums, you're gonna tell me Lil Wayne is a better punchline rapper after his first 2 albums?
Life don't work off of if you do this or if you do that. It's off of what happened.
I haven't done it. If you do, my statement is clear.
You just said if you take these 2 albums and his first 2 albums, we gotta look at everything they put out.
Does Big L have more than 2 albums?
He don't.
So why are you arguing with me? I said if
is he gonna talk about? He got on the fly.
Look, that's his resume. We don't. Hey, look, that's his resume. So look, let's take the best. Hold on. Let's take the best T-Mac 2 best seasons. The nigga would be nice, wouldn't he? Compared to a lot of other niggas. We gotta look at his whole career. He don't add up to other niggas.
I'm talking about the best. I'm talking about the work rate from when.
Okay, how about this?
We was talking about the best punches, and you brought up Big L.
No, Joe, check this out. This is Word's point, and I think you would agree because you're a basketball fan as well. This is how it works. If we took Derrick Rose's first two seasons, right? And let's say he had a career-ending
3 seasons. Nigga was crazy.
No, first 3. Let's just say. But let's say D Rose, after his first 3 seasons, when he won his MVP, he broke his leg and never could play basketball again. And then we add in somebody like Steph Curry. If you were just taking D Rose first 3 seasons, you would go, oh, he
would body Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's, especially if you took Derrick Rose's first 3 seasons over Steph Curry's first 3 seasons,
he would body him.
But now what we have is a whole body of work of Steph Curry showing how great he is. It doesn't matter. It's not Steph Curry's fault that D Rose only played 3 years and broke his leg.
That's the thing. I don't know if he playing with this stuff. It seems like it's a little something up under there, man. I don't know with him, man.
No. He's not playing with Big L. He's not playing with Big L.
I don't know, man.
He's not playing with Big L. I promise you he's not. I know him.
If he's not playing with Big L, why would he play with Wayne? Why would he play with Wayne?
I don't think he's playing with Wayne. I think he thinks that Big L's superior to Wayne Punch. I think he believes that.
Hold on, time out. Real quick. I'm not ridiculous. I'm not listening. Let me ask you a quick question.
You smoking that Reggie stuff down there?
Okay. Hold on, time out. Stop. Let me ask you an honest. Can LeBron add to his legacy at all in this upcoming basketball season?
He can.
Yes,
he can.
So
because he's chasing the ghost.
Most definitely. He's not the GOAT right now.
Before you start yelling, screaming, and interrupting me,
I'm about to
please
he about to get on another.
I'm about to get out of here now. Just made my point. And here's what I'm simply saying, is that if the person is defined by where their legacy is present day, then yeah, Lil Wayne destroys Big L because he was here for a longer period of time. But if you're judging somebody by what they can still do, the reason why Big L is better is because you're judging it by Big L's first 2 albums versus Lil Wayne's first 2 albums. You can't tell me LeBron James was better than Michael Jordan after 2 seasons if you're comparing just the 2 numbers. You guys are making my point for me. I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Big L died after 2 albums.
I got lost with that.
If he died after his first 2 albums, you're never putting Lil Wayne over Big L because their legacy stopped at that moment.
Okay, I'm with you. My question to you is this: at what point? Unfortunately, it's not Wayne's fault. It's not Wayne's fault that he didn't die.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But I'm getting.
We don't live in that world.
Like you're like what you're saying is if you took the first. No, I know.
Kenny,
hold on.
You're making a point. I agree. Kenny, I want you to hear me clearly. Kenny, my man down here, I don't know you. I ain't got your ad. I don't know your name. My other dude in the dark, I see you, but I don't know your name. All I've been saying with both of you, all three of you, is that I agree with the point you're making. My statement was, and I'm going to go all the way back to what I was saying. I judge bars by punchlines. So Meek Mill doesn't have punchlines that can compare to anybody that I'm a fan of in that context. I wasn't disagreeing with you. You were just seeing your point and not seeing mine. That was it. That's it, gentlemen.
I agree. I think it's just a different. So let me ask this right quick. How many people have you had the conversation where they only explicitly define bars as punches? Is that a majority opinion?
Fam, that's like house rules. If I'm talking to you about punchlines, and I'm only talking to you about punchlines, if I'm physically talking, not typing, if I'm physically talking to you, I'm gonna tell you before we even start, I rate bars as punchlines. So it's the content of the conversation before it starts.
But that's a part of it though.
Right, but we've been seeing you type. We've been using the word bars and seeing you only type bars. Punchlines only came.
Yeah, I think that's the confusing. That's the confusing part.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with your point, Kenny. You and I have literally had a conversation where we're talking about. I remember sitting and talking to you about.
Okay.
Being honest, KB versus Andy Mineo. And KB smokes him on a record. And we're not talking about cadence.
Now, hold on. They got a lot of examples where that ain't happened. Now, I could get in that.
But at the
time, that's another debate.
Go ahead.
Come on, man. Hey,
at the point that me and Kenny are talking, it's just about punches. We're talking about punches. It's not who's riding the beat better. So I agree with you, gentlemen. I really agree with you. It's just that
I understand. Now I know your definition.
Well, Joe, I don't think you're crazy, Joe. I just feel like that. I just feel like that you're stacking. You stupid. I just feel like you're stacking. You're stacking one side though. What I'm saying is this: like because of the way that you view bars, which you stated these are your house rules, and I respect that. But what I'm saying to you is, if you take it that way, there's only certain dudes that you can ever have on your list, and what that does is that narrows the gap of how. If you're gonna stick with your house rules on that, I think the people who are outside just listening to music and enjoying all the facets of lyricism, they go, well, if you do it that way, then there's only certain dudes who even fit that criteria. But even your list has to kind of change because a young Rough Riders Cassidy has to probably be number one on your list. If we're taking consistently over a period of time, then Rough Riders Cassidy must be number one or very, very, very close to it.
See, he ain't saying nothing about Cassidy, though. I don't hear it.
Right, Ludacris should be high up on your list.
But what I'm saying to you is that's the context.
He's a punchline rapper.
This is a conversation that you all weren't seeing. Like, it's a conversation that's easier to have. I'm typing it, and you're thinking I'm trolling. I'm just telling you from my definition.
It is, but it's not a conversation. But that type of... That mug's so minority, bro. Like, you taking too many people out of the... We only gonna talk about... I'm not finna be talking about Cassidy that much, bro.
Fam.
Big L, you're talking about... That's not even fun.
But fam...
That's not fun.
But hold on. I mean, by your context, and you, like, define him...
No, hold on. What you just said is a house rule that I have rarely ever came around to when talking about people just talking about punches. Huh?
But you do house rules as well. You just call them
I don't, bro. This is it. Typically, I'm talking from an objective place.
Do me a favor. Hold on. Do me a favor. Is country music not music?
Yes, it's music, bro.
Do you listen to country music all day and every day?
No, I listen to it. I don't listen to it more than the other genres, though.
But what I'm saying to you is you listen to hip-hop more than you listen to country music. You have literally just done the same thing I do. You're telling me, so what I'm doing is I disqualify rappers who don't have bars.
There's still a
and punch.
Hold on,
it's a subgenre of the exact hip hop culture. That's all I'm talking about. I talk about punchline rap. That's why people when you hear people
right,
talk
but
about
that's you talking about.
people talk about Lloyd
It's
Banks,
a conversation that's not. It's a conversation in this type of era that it's not even much dialogue to go. The people we talking about, they're not even active. We said Fabulous, Cassidy, Big L, Wayne. Like we're not even talking about really anybody that's active. It's not a conversation to have much dialogue about.
Why is Griselda successful?
Because they have bars.
This is all
bars, not just punches.
Bro.
But not just punches.
Wait, are they all punches?
Freddie, they're not just punches.
All three of them are punchline rappers.
Not West. Not West Side.
West not really
he ain't no heavy puncher.
Not really a puncher. Let's be honest. West is not really a puncher.
West, come on now. Come on.
Joe, I don't even think you would call West a puncher. A puncher?
He reached.
I'm not calling him a puncher. I'm not calling him a puncher. But y'all are this is the exact point that I'm making.
Bro, look at our comments. Look, when we talk about only punchers, look at them comments, bro. Niggas is yawning, shit going left. Like, you know what to talk about.
God bless, man. God bless. I'm out.
God bless. House rules, punches only, yeah.
You just got to call. Look, the whole time he was talking, I just heard punchlines. So that's what you categorize them as. They're punchline rappers.
This is what we're going to do.
Kenny, how many
punchlines is a part of bars.
Joy Waters, where we only talking about punches explicitly when we talking about bars.
I ain't gonna lie. And Joe's my man. That's the first time I've heard that. That's the first time I've heard that.
That's crazy.
That's the first time I've heard that.